Anyway, welcome back to some more, the Mermaid Master Detective Grimoire, other way around. In the last part, we did some more clue digging, and now we're gonna go ahead and do this suspicion.
Cynthia, you became captain after Mortuga died?
Yep. It's just the way it's meant to be.
Just the way it's meant to be, right? We got it.
But, there was something you used to claim the captaincy? A document?
Yeah, contract.
Correct.
Okay, but you have to admit, the wording on this thing is kind of vague. It doesn't actually say, "Hi everyone, Mortuga here. Cynthia gets to be captain if I die."
Let's review, shall we? This contract represents an agreement between the two individuals in contention over the ownership and command of the Mortuga submarine.
The two individuals, that's you and Mortuga.
Indeed.
But you're not actually named, by name.
If I may continue, for their own safety and privacy, these two people shall only be referred to as Party A and Party B. See, Mortuga was quite a private person. He was just being considerate.
You call it considerate. I call it convenient.
So Mortuga is Party A.
Correct. Previously, Party A has been considered the legal owner of the Mortuga submarine, and thus its rightful commander. He's clearly talking about himself. It's the Mortuga submarine, after all, and he was the commander. However, a recent development has exposed that Party B is in fact the legal owner of this vessel.
Party B. That's you.
Affirmative.
A recent development. There's more of that deliberately vague wording.
I have a question. When exactly did Mortuga write this contract?
When exactly? I don't actually know.
You don't know when he wrote it?
Well, it must have been sometime after I came aboard the submarine. I assume it was after I presented my case to him.
Cynthia might not know, but we actually have some insight on this. For one, we know how the contract was written. How it was actually created, I mean. It was typed on Warman's typewriter, so it was made sometime after Warman arrived.
And Warman and Dirk arrived after I did, so this gets me off the hook.
Try not to sound too relieved. But yeah, this does seem to confirm it. So, my next question is this. When did you sign the contract?
A little while ago.
Why is it
Some
not
amount of
dated?
time ago.
If this conversation gets any more vague, I'm going to cry. Was it a day before the murder? A week?
Surely it was at some point before the murder. Otherwise...
It's kind of...
I think it might be time to make an accusation. Cynthia Seafoam signed the contract after Mortuga's murder and forged Mortuga's signature.
Such a rude accusation! So rude! I assure you that is Mortuga's exact signature. Do you have any evidence that it's been forged?
We have evidence in the form of a clue.
that would be... Where's this captain's log?
The captain's log. It's basically a stack of cards printed out by the submarine's control panel. Each little card has a space for the captain to sign, and the most recent card is signed by you, Cynthia. All the rest are signed by Mortuga. Well, sort of. Mortuga's signature, almost. Maybe just change. Mortuga's signature,
can I just
almost.
see
Maybe
what...
just change.
Hello?
Mortuga's signature on the contract, almost.
Can I have the little hint thing? Hello?
Mortuga's almost. Maybe just Mortuga's almost. Maybe just Mortuga's almost. Maybe just Mortuga's signature
Okay,
on the
there.
contract is an exact match
So,
of
come on, what do I have
Mortuga's
wrong?
signature on this card. but it doesn't match any of the other cards.
Yeah? It's a perfect match. What's the problem?
The perfect match is the problem. You were too accurate. If you'd done a worse job, you might have gotten away with it.
What do you mean?
If you look through the cards, Mortuga never signs his name the same way twice.
But the signature on the contract matches one of them exactly, which seems to be proof that you copied it, or traced it, or whatever it was.
Oh. Whoops. Didn't notice that. I thought it was his signature. Why doesn't he have a signature?
So, if Cynthia forged the signature, that means Mortuga had the contract typed up, but then never signed it?
Right after Mortuga was killed, I went looking to see if he'd written a will. That's when I found it, laying inside the little hatch in the control panel. I grabbed it and hurried back to my room to read it. After reading it, I could come to only one conclusion, that he wrote it about me, but never got a chance to show it to me.
Remind me why you were so sure it was written about you?
A recent development has exposed that Party B is in fact the legal owner of this vessel.
You're really the legal owner of the Mortuga submarine?
Cynthia is Mortuga's daughter. On second
Remind
thought,
me why you
Wait,
were so sure?
Recent development.
You're really
Yeah,
the
thank
legal
you.
owner of the Mortuga submarine?
it was originally the sea.
Okay. Damn, I really thought that's where they were going with it.
This was back when it was still being built.
The seafoam submarine was never completed. We got close, and then we stopped. It lay rusting in the shipyard for some time. Mortuga would eventually purchase it from my father. At which point it was altered, completed, and renamed the Mortuga submarine.
Well, then how is it still
Altered.
legally yours?
Yeah, the blueprints from my mother's original design. But as I said, that version was never completed. I've been trying to update it to show how the submarine looks now. The design changed a bit after Mortuga bought it.
Wait, if Mortuga bought it, then he did own it.
It wasn't a legitimate purchase. It wasn't my father's to sell.
So, the recent development mentioned in the contract, that was...
That was me, informing Mortuga that his ownership of the submarine was based on an illegitimate purchase. My intention was to refund his payment and undo the transaction, placing the submarine back into my ownership.
Wow, I bet he loved that.
refund the payment. You tried to give him his money back?
Not money, something else.
This
That's not it.
yeah. Document.
The deeds to the Stonetop Inn.
Why?
Originally owned by the Stonetop family until it was passed into the ownership of Magnus Mortuga. And then...
This is the right clue. But let's...
Yeah, how do I be specific? Oh, here we go.
Deeds passed from
It's
Mortuga
so
to
weird
Donovan
that
Drummond.
it's not consistent
Cynthia's
with like
stepfather.
how it
So
wants you to be
that's how Mortuga
specific.
paid
Like
for the
sometimes it'll be the
submarine.
hovering thing,
Or he
sometimes
sold
it'll
his
be
house,
specific
basically.
page.
I came aboard with the intention of giving the Stonetop Inn back to Mortuga in exchange for my mother's submarine. And that's exactly what I did.
But did Mortuga actually accept your offer?
When I first made the proposal, he didn't give me an answer either way. He looked at the inn deeds very closely, read the whole thing, front and back. Then he handed them back and told me he'd need some time. Before I heard anything else about it, he was killed. Obviously, I thought I'd never find out what his decision was, but then I found the command contract. It seemed like he decided to accept my proposal after all, and just not had a chance to tell me.
Worman, you're from Silkworm-on-Sea, is that right?
So technically no. My father and I moved there when I was very young. But for all intents and purposes, let's say yes. Why not?
And you first worked as a newspaper journalist, but then moved away to be an author?
I literally left my small town to go make it in the big city. It's so banal. I'm not a man, I'm a walking cliché.
But then, right as your writing career was peaking, you came back. And now you're here on Mortuga's submarine.
Remind me why you're here again.
2 words. Writing retreat. I've been trying to write this accursed book, but I couldn't focus with my publisher breathing down my neck. That kind of pressure is not conducive to one's creative process.
Surely there is something specific that made you come back to the town and seek out the submarine.
Something specific?
Let's see. Right?
So you got this letter from someone called T.W. Ibis, who says,
Ibis? Never heard of him.
"Oh, it's a him."
T.W. Ibis is Worman.
And, what gives you that idea?
We can't compare it to its...
Let's see. There we go.
Oh, look at you guys doing a little investigative journalism of your own, huh?
So this Ibis guy, this is someone you really looked up to, like a mentor.
Steady now. He was just my boss. Let's not get all schmaltzy with this.
Aha! I had a feeling. This part.
For T.W. Ibis, who imparted upon me what it is to love the art of
I'm
writing.
aware of what it says, all right? Can we just settle down?
Guys, there's something bothering me. The letter has a diagram on the back showing you how, when, and where to find the Mortuga submarine.
Of course. How else do you think I managed to find it? Magnus Mortuga's submarine is the stuff of urban myth. It's not exactly public knowledge.
But that's my problem. How would Ibis know about it? He's not on board, is he?
No, and as far as I know, he never was. He's not even living in the town anymore.
But then how...
Yeah, no, I have no idea. FYI, I've officially decided not to worry about it.
Looking at the actual letter, he first insults your integrity as an author, and then
Youch.
presents a solution, basically offering you the chance to get onto the submarine and find Mortuga yourself.
A chance to meet Mortuga. So that's what convinced you to come back here. J.D. Worman. That's not right.
Okay. Okay. So let's see what makes sense here.
J.D. Worman. Almost.
Okay. Okay.
J.D. Worman needed to steal Mortuga's real-life
Why is it
story to
needed to
use as the
steal?
plot for his next book.
I noticed you went straight for my sense of self-worth there.
The main character of your book, Marcus Mordoom, he's based on Mortuga, isn't he?
Loosely inspired by. That's an important legal distinction.
And you're currently in the process of writing a sequel.
I've said as much.
And how's that going?
Look, I don't plan on stealing Mortuga's real-life story any more than I have already. I assure you, I am working on my own book, on my own terms, with my own ideas.
But you came back to...
Other than the fact that I happen to be on his submarine, do you have any evidence that I'm stealing Mortuga's real story for my next book?
That's not it.
Written or drawn evidence?
That's not right.
Okay.
That's not it.
No.
That's not right. And that's not it. That's not right.
No. Okay. Am I missing?
Nope.
We've been over that already.
And that's not it.
Okay, time to just
That's not right. Nope.
go through all the...
And that's not it. That's not right. There's a piece of paper in
There
this
we
bottle with something written on it. In fact, it's a little typed story that details the circumstances of Mortuga's real life, death.
A story? I don't know. It reads more like an arcane incantation. Why don't you ask Symmetry about it, or Zephyr? Just look at that symbol. What is that? Some kind of sacred geometry?
It's not even a
really
symbol.
not my wheelhouse at all.
Cauldron.
It's a drawing of a room on the submarine. It's a diagram of the crime scene. There's the window, the cauldron, and Mortuga's body laying on the ground.
Where did you find this bottle?
Madame Tadpole had it. She found it floating in the ocean.
Sealed in a bottle and found in the ocean, but you think I typed it.
Typewriter?
The piece of paper in the bottle matches the paper you use in your typewriter, which also matches the sheets from the command contract, and we know these were typed on your typewriter because you told us.
Well, you've really done your homework, kids.
Ha-ha.
I'm impressed.
You admit you typed the story?
It's not a story, it's just record keeping. After Mortuga died, I thought someone should write an account of what happened.
Well, then why did
Nice
you get
try.
tossed out?
But just looking at it, I can tell it's supposed to be a plan for your next novel. We need a clue to compare with the message in the bottle. Something to prove it's a story outline for Worman's next novel. The Curse in the
There we go.
Cauldron title
Easy
is
peasy.
drawn in the same style as the Hex of the Helmsman title because it's a plan for the next book.
Oh, now you're using graphic design against me, a little below the belt, don't you think?
It really does seem like you took the events of Mortuga's death and turned them into a story outline for your book.
Yeah, all right, don't lecture me. I'm not exactly proud of it. I'm fully aware that this is, murky moral ground.
Why was it in a bottle in the ocean?
As soon as I typed it, I regretted it. Stealing Mortuga's story all over again? For what? Just some book? I wanted to destroy it, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. So instead, I sealed it in a bottle and threw it into the ocean. It goes without saying that I never expected it to make its way back onto the submarine.
So what are you going to do now?
You know what I'd like to do? Give up. Call my publisher, tell her I tried, but I quit. I'm not going to write the book.
Why don't you?
It's just not that simple. There's a lot of money riding on this, people's jobs. Throwing in the towel now would be pretty selfish.
And you already tried coming up with your own ideas for the story?
Tried and failed. Repeatedly. I've come to the conclusion that I must have just got lucky the first time and that I'm not actually any good at this. It's funny, you know. I'd already decided that Mordoom was going to be killed off. That was the one idea I'd actually had. But I couldn't think of an interesting way for him to go. What's the hook? What's the setup? And then Magnus Mortuga is killed. Tragic, obviously, but at the same time, it was perfect. The locked room, the empty cauldron. I couldn't resist it.
Wait, Mormon, I had a question.
Another one?
You'd not met Mortuga before you arrived here in the submarine, is that right?
Yeah, never met him. That's why the offer in the letter was so tempting.
Right. But then, where'd you get the information about him to inspire your first book?
The first one? Oh, I just asked my father.
Your father knew Mortuga? You never mentioned that.
He didn't, but they had a mutual friend.
Alright, give me just a second. I gotta do something real quick. Alright, so where to now? I feel like I'm missing something here.
What's this bit?
Oh, that's the Wiggler.
What does it do?
It wiggles.
Grip, can we take a look?
Yes.
Will you be getting out of the basket?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's where the wheel.
It's a weird metal helmet.
Oh,
It
hi.
is the dream helmet.
Of course it is.
One more. Okay, let's see. Can I just like... Oh. Okay. Darn it. So it's like, come on, just give me the one more hint. Or... yeah. Thing.
Do you know if Zephyr made this himself?
He must have done. He didn't have it when I first got here. In fact, I'm pretty sure he measured Mortuga's head to get the shape right.
Okay, so you're not really an aeronaut, but you did own a hot air balloon for some reason?
For most of its life, it was just ornamental. We put it out the front of the shop as a billboard.
No wonder you crashed if you were trying to fly an ornamental billboard.
And then after you crashed it, you brought it inside the submarine?
You'd rather I just let it sink into the ocean? Besides, it's useful. Anytime I want to reread our company mantra, it's printed right there.
And anytime you wanted to check your opening times, they're right there.
Quite right?
Oh look, there you are, with the cane, as ever.
Of course, Mr. Grip always has Cornelius Kane by his side.
But why? What's the point?
I don't know what to tell you. It's just my shtick.
Oh my god.
There's something suspicious about Grip.
Okay, well, since it's proven, I guess I'll just go ahead and do this. Start.
Ha-ha! How about you? I've been looking forward to this part.
Yeah, there is something, or someone, that I'd like to ask you about.
Let's see, where is he?
Cornelius? What about him?
His function. Yeah, let's do
Cornelius?
that again.
What about him?
His appearance. I don't think he looks quite like
What a thing to say! You've only just met him!
Yeah, well, I mean, if we look at this.
Now you mention it, they don't match at all. The one you've got is a different shape, and it's made of wood.
This is what you're grilling me about.
Why would the two canes look different, though?
Grip made a new cane after arriving on the submarine.
What a damning accusation. Yes, I made a new cane, and yes, it's made of wood. Where are you going with this?
What happened to the original Kane?
I left him at home when I went off in my balloon. I thought I ought to leave the trappings of the brand behind me, but it wasn't to be, clearly. Where are you going with this?
Where did the wood come from?
I forget. There's a faint resemblance, I suppose. But aren't the wheel spokes a fair bit shorter than Cornelius? Remarkable! This is quite the revelation.
Oh, wait, you're saying you didn't know the wood came from the wheel?
Of course I didn't. Why would I know anything about that?
Because you've also got the rest of the broken wheel
Yeah,
pieces.
they're kind of in your bag. Right here. They're right here.
So, Grip, I have to ask, do you know anything about how the ship's wheel was broken?
Yes, I was there when the wheel was broken. In fact, Mortuga and I, we broke it.
You broke it?
I was trying to take control of the wheel, and Mortuga forcibly wrenched it out of my grip. He was very strong, you see.
Wait, you tried to steer the submarine without permission?
I did.
Why?
There'd been a disagreement. It's nothing, really, not important.
A disagreement? About what? Where to take the submarine?
Something like that.
The compass.
That's not it.
Oh. Map?
Oh, right. I'd forgotten you'd seen that.
I guess it's
This is the right clue, but let's be specific. This is the right clue, but we want to specific.
This is the right clue, but we want...
It's shut.
This is the right clue, but we...
Open and then turn around.
Map interpreted by Godric Grip. For customer, Magnus Mortuga.
It's a record of service from your shop. Not the one here in the submarine, but the real one in the town.
It's all there in black and white, I suppose. Yes, indeed. Some time ago, Mortuga came into my shop. He showed me the map and asked if I'd be able to interpret it for some voyage he was planning.
Interpret it.
It's marked with an X, but there's nothing in the way of coordinates, nor are there any apparent landmarks, given that it's just describing an area of ocean.
So, how did you work it out?
By employing every ounce of my skill, by working harder than I'd ever worked. Something about that map, the mystery of it, the feeling of chasing down the unknown. It grabbed me, and it didn't let go. For 2 weeks, it was all I thought about. I was so focused on it, I barely slept. Easily the most thrilling job I'd ever taken on. I even waived the payment. I couldn't in good conscience charge for something I'd enjoyed so much. The problem was, afterwards, all my other work suddenly seemed banal. I began to daydream of that thrilling feeling, that pursuit of the unknown. It led me to eventually close up shop and head out in my balloon, on a voyage of my own, which, as you know, ended rather abruptly.
Right.
But to be pulled from the ocean by Magnus Mortuga himself, and to find that very same map laying on his desk. I asked him at once if he'd ever followed the map to the coordinates, and he said he hadn't. I was disappointed at first, but then I realized we had the submarine. We could still go, right now. But Mortuga told me we would be doing no such thing. In fact, we weren't to be navigating anywhere. Instead, he seemed insistent in hovering near the Silkworm Coast, like something was keeping him tethered to it.
So, you tried steering the submarine yourself.
I'd convinced myself it was what Mortuga secretly wanted. even if he was refusing to admit it. I thought a little nudge might be just what he needed. Get him out of his comfort zone, you know. But as I've already admitted, it didn't go to plan. Mortuga came into the control room, we briefly fought, the wheel was broken, and that was it. My request denied, I soon found myself opening a new branch of Grip's Emporium right here in the engine room. Which, of course, necessitated the construction of a new Cornelius cane.
There's one thing I don't understand. If Mortuga didn't intend to use the map, why did he keep it around?
So
I
why
don't
did he
suppose
order
we'll ever
it?
find out.
I think I know.
You do?
You do?
Mm-hmm. There's a good reason why Mortuga didn't want to follow the map. He decided it was too dangerous.
Wait, really?
You know what? Let's try that again. There's a good reason why Mortuga he'd already followed it.
What makes you say that?
We need a clue that's got some connection.
Okay. Oh, it's the only video we have.
This is a film of Magnus Mortuga and a woman named Felicia Stonetop. They're talking about their plans to follow the map.
Remarkable. Wait, was that filmed here on the submarine?
No, in fact, it's not a submarine at all.
Where are you?
The ship was called the Dearest Selena, but it belonged to Felicia Stonetop. She was the captain and Mortuga was her helmsman. See, he's at the top there, manning the wheel.
You know, that's been on his desk since I arrived, and I never once thought to ask him about it.
So, okay, we know they intended to follow the map, but do we know if they actually managed it?
Good point. Making plans is one thing, but a successful expedition is quite another.
I can't be sure, but there was something we found here in the submarine. Something that suggests to me Mortuga actually did reach the center of the map.
What? The box?
That's not it.
Yeah. Call?
I'm pretty sure we'll circle around to that later.
I bet.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
Is
What's
it?
that got to do with it? Oh yeah, look at that. I think you might be right.
But why didn't he just tell me? What did he find in the ocean that was such a big secret? Surely it wasn't just this. It hardly seems like anything at all.
Well, buoys are normally put in place to mark a position.
Position of something else in the ocean?
It has to be. Think about it. If the buoy wasn't attached to anything, then it would have floated away, making the map worthless.
So, if they found the boy when they went to the center of the map,
It was only because it was attached to something else at the time.
Indeed. Alright. Shimmer again. What else could I possibly...
I'll just take a
Watch
look.
out for spiders.
Yeah, I don't think we're on a submarine.
I do seem to need comfort. It's a weird...
It is the
if you
fault.
say so.
Oops. Ah, here we go.
Where do you get this from?
It is on loan from Miss Silkmoth.
So it's for some kind of magic trick.
I thought it was a crystal ball, like a fortune teller would use.
Indeed, it is a divining orb of a sort. However, I am not using it to see into the future, for such a pursuit is not but folly and nonsense.
Right. But I'm sure whatever you're using it for is totally rational and sensible.
Do not question the orb.
I'm always telling him that.
How come the goggles are blacked out?
It is a weighted sleeping mask.
To induce REM sleep?
Correct.
What's REM sleep?
That's the kind of sleep where you dream.
Aha. So what's the big funnel on top?
It is an energy filter.
So it filters the dreams as they come out of your head?
The opposite.
It filters the dreams on their way into your head?
Correct.
Oh yeah, dreams are transmissions from another dimension. I forgot.
But what's the point of filtering them? What does it do?
To study the transmission, it is first necessary to change the format of the energy signature.
Oh, like when you change a WAV to an MP3.
This is a syntax with which I am not familiar. I remember the first time I laid eyes on Godric Grip. He was dragging this through the parlor. Man and basket both soaked to the core, having just been pulled from the ocean.
This is after he crashed his hot air balloon.
Apparently so.
I wonder why he bothered to bring the basket into the submarine.
Maybe he wanted to fix up his balloon and try flying it again.
If that was his intention, he showed no signs of acting upon it.
Alright, let's just start asking everyone about everything, because we still need your suspicion.
Oh, Sim's Fogball. What's this weird little antenna thing?
Is that not just part of the design?
No, I don't think so. What does it do?
We're not sure.
My money's on nothing.
My parents used to shop here from time to time. They'd complain that Mr. Grip would charge them full price, even though they were locals.
Heh, Grip's not one to give out discounts, huh?
Is that a crystal ball?
Yeah, I think it's made of glass.
Right, but a crystal ball in the sense that it's a magic ball you look into and you see your future or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Why don't you look into it? You'll see yourself solving the murder and then you'll know who did it.
It's genius.
Yeah, do it!
Dr. Z told me this is a dream helmet.
Have you tried it out?
Nope, I don't dream.
What? Yes, you do.
Well,
No
not
time,
everybody
bro. Gotta
dreams.
optimize that sleep cycle, you know? If you're dreaming, you're not resting.
You're insane.
A little bit. Apparently, Grip ended up on the submarine because he crashed his balloon over the ocean. I mean, it's a great story, but
You don't think it's true?
Grip's pretty smart. In fact, he might even be the smartest guy on the submarine. I just don't see him crashing his balloon like that.
Maybe he just got caught in a storm.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
Still gotta ask you.
What's this dime store trinket?
It's called a fog ball.
Is it now?
And was in Zephyr's lab. It could be a priceless curiosity.
Oh yeah? A priceless curiosity that takes AA batteries. Dr. Zephyr's got quite the imagination, doesn't he? Chart the unchartable, plot the unplottable, and measure the unmeasurable. Nice tagline.
I think it's a little much. For a shop that sells compasses?
It's not about the compasses. The thing he's really selling is wanderlust.
Wonder what?
The desire to explore the world and experience the unknown.
Ding! Points for Sally.
If I'm not mistaken, this little part at the front is actually a microphone.
Huh. Okay.
Mariana, I was wondering if you could tell us who's worn this.
How's she supposed to do that?
You know, by the smell.
Oh, gross.
Very well. Let's see. I'm getting wind-battered mahogany, ice-cold sea spray, and mostly melted candle wax.
Great, thanks.
Okay, so
I'm getting
Tadpole.
mahogany embedded with...
Maybe from when Grip crashed his balloon?
No, the basket is made from wicker and carbon fiber. The wood inside the basket, that's the mahogany.
Huh.
So, Grip? Mortuga, maybe? And Tadpole?
A crystal ball. Oh, how quaint. What's that? What's it for? Oh, you know, the usual. Whispering questions into the great unseen beyond, hoping without hope to get a response.
That belongs to Sim, I'm pretty sure. It's something to do with her old magic act.
You might be right, but we found it in Zephyr's dream chamber.
Still, I told him to give all her stuff back. I'll have to have a word with him. This pattern looks a bit like a dream catcher.
What's a dream catcher?
It's something you hang in your bedroom window when you're a teenage girl.
Bingo.
I see.
Man, as someone who was a teenage girl got a dream catcher, that's accurate.
Grip's got his brand figured out, huh? Kind of an 18th century vaudeville aeronaut vibe?
Even just the choice to use the word emporium.
Okay. Now that we asked things, time to go to Sim. And then,
Ah, there lies the picture of the cane, the perched upon by Little Hat.
I used to be perched upon by a little hat.
'Tis quaint indeed. But wait, is it of a one with that in current Godric's grasp?
Do you know how Zephyr's dream helmet works?
His secrets are his own to keep.
Okay, but just for the record, you do know his secrets.
I am bound to share them not. Oh, my fog ball.
Your fog ball?
As carved and crafted.
You made it. What for?
Well, thou mayst use it to speak with Gregory.
Sorry, Gregory? We never met a Gregory.
You wouldn't have. He lives inside the ball.
Oh.
And he's my uncle.
Oh.
And he's dead.
Oh.
And
Oh.
fictitious.
Oh.
There's something suspicious
Let's go
about
talk to him.
yep, okay. Oh. As I go now, would just taking me there unless I didn't click that.
Ah,
Zephyr, can you tell us more about the work you do as a dream doctor? I'm looking for specifics here.
I've told you all I think you could understand. To be blunt, it's not a line of inquiry that should concern you. That is to say, my experiments have no connection with the murder.
You say that, but we found something at the crime scene that we think belongs to you. Specifically, something we think is related to your little dream experiments.
That would be the bomb.
That has nothing to do with my research. What makes you so sure it even belongs to me?
The smell. According to Mariana Moon, the liquid from the bottle is seawater mixed with 3 particular herbs.
Mariana Moon's sense of smell knows no bounds, but I fail to see how this information connects it to me.
It's a sedative.
The liquid in your hex bottle has the exact same 4 ingredients.
Irrelevant. The Hex bottle isn't anything to do with my dream experiments either.
So what is it? What's in the bottle?
The Hex bottle contains a sea creature, and it's asleep.
Oh, wow.
A sea creature?
Can I... Yeah, can I, like, look at this? Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
A sea creature?
A sextupus.
Sally, we've been over this. That's not what they're called.
I saw the opportunity, and I took it.
A sea creature?
A hexapus. It's not called a hex bottle because there's a magic spell inside. It's called a hex bottle
Oh,
because
darn
there's
it.
a sleeping hexapus inside.
I miscounted.
His name is Hex. I've had him since I was a young boy.
Not to be rude, but that must have been quite some time ago. A normal octopus would live only a couple years, wouldn't it?
Hex is a singular specimen with a number of special properties.
Do you ever let him out of that little bottle?
Of course I do. Hex swims freely in the ocean at night, and during the day he returns to me and sleeps in the bottle.
so he's asleep right now.
I knew he was related to your dream experiments.
Who said anything about dreams?
Nobody. But just looking at him, I think I know one of Hex's special properties, and it would explain why you'd be interested in the first place.
This is the right clue, but we want a specific... This is the right clue, but we want a specific...
Pure subconscious projection, unmarred by the insecurities of the waking mind.
That's pretty cool. I can see why you became a dream scientist.
So the hex bottle was the original, and then you made the dream helmet more recently.
They are two distinct objects. There is no such connection.
No.
Right. The dream helmet's clearly just a scaled-up version of the hex bottle, specifically scaled up to human size. We heard Martuga was experiencing a particular recurring dream. I think he was your test subject.
So, Mortuga wears the dream helmet and lays on your weird chair thing. And then you give him some of the moon potion to help him sleep.
And as he dreams, the dream helmet collects the spirit energy and sends it to... that's not it.
Other...
This antenna wirelessly transmits to this antenna, and the fog ball receives the dream energy.
And the football
Do not think I cannot hear your mocking tone. It may surprise you to learn that I have indeed had some success in this area. I did once successfully filter something into the fog ball, and I witnessed a face inside the glass, however briefly.
A face?
No doubt the visage of someone from beyond the veil. Unfortunately, I have been unable to consistently replicate it.
Did you make a record of it?
I thought I did, but I can't remember where.
I think we'll circle back around.
Oh gosh, there was something... No. There's something... No. Aha! There we go.
There it is, irrefutable evidence.
Sorry to burst your bubble, Zephyr, but, the fog ball was designed to show that exact face.
What do you mean?
That is where I go to...
What's the connection? What causes the face to appear?
A certain temperature. Yeah, let's do
the
that again.
connection?
A certain voice. The fog ball's designed to show the face when it hears Sim's voice. That's how the original trick worked anyway. See how in the photograph she's talking to it through the telephone?
I demand that we test this theory. Send for symmetry at once.
Wait, we don't have to.
Listen, what?
The stargazing girl.
We have a recording of Sim's voice right here.
The stargazing girl stares into the ink-black void. Upon her trembling lips, a question born.
I don't say this to be cruel, but it seems like your dream experiments are, inconclusive.
I'm just glad to have some clarity about what they actually are. And as far as I can tell, it all seems pretty harmless.
Right, and the moon potion.
As you said, merely an herbal tincture.
But then why was it found at the crime scene?
That I do not know.
Do you know if Mortuga had any on him? Did he ever borrow a bottle from you?
It's a possibility.
We need a clue that's got some connection.
Oh god, what? That's not it.
Ah, here we go. That's right.
If Mortuga had the dropper, I'm assuming he had the rest of the moon vial somewhere nearby.
Curious. Where exactly did you find this?
It was on his desk, in the captain's cabin.
And yet, the moon vial was discovered at the scene of the crime, one floor below.
So, Hex actually shows his thoughts on his skin?
Yeah, it's incredible. Hey, what if we got him to think about something else?
I think it's finally time to make our report to Cynthia.
She'll be thrilled.
Okay, so that time it did work.
Hey, do you have a minute?
What's wrong?
I appreciate your hard work. Truly. However, I think it's time you left.
What?
We didn't even tell you what we found.
People are starting to accuse each other. I don't like it.
So you're giving up? You're not gonna see this through?
Sorry, but I just think maybe
What? That's just the way it's meant to be?
I need to go. Everyone's gathering in the mess hall. I'll resurface the submarine, and you can leave via the foredeck.
I guess we'd better go.
What?
She can't be serious. I really don't appreciate being kicked out. She didn't even pay us.
We can worry about that later. I don't know if you've noticed, but we're currently stranded out here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, so how is Cynthia expecting us to leave the submarine?
It's the rowing
Oh,
boat.
wait, you don't think... Did Cynthia really think we'd use that boat?
It's
Or
missing an
did she
oar.
just forget to take the submarine back to town?
I don't know.
She seemed really off.
I think she's just getting scared.
Scared of what? Exposing a murderer?
Of the truth. Of facing the truth and all the consequences of it. Whatever they end up being.
We're not really going to leave, are we?
Well, we
No,
can't
we're
right
not
now.
done. Not yet.
But what do we do?
Remember what Cynthia said? Everyone's gathering in the mess hall. Seems like something of an opportunity.
Aha. Not just that, but we're back on the surface too.
We sure are.
So, what are we waiting for?
Okay, and with that, we're gonna stop right here, and in the next part, we're gonna continue on to chapter 3. So I'll see you all in the next part. Bye, everybody.